So welcome to Holy Smokes. So today, as I said, we got the Cuba Libre one, and we can talk a little bit about some general stuff. A few folks I was having a conversation, and some folks was asking me, when did I get into cigars? How long was I smoking cigars? Have I always smoked these types of cigars? Well, the simple answer, is I've been smoking cigars for 12 years now. When my wife and I one day went to Lime Grove. At that time, Deborah was not running Platinum Coast, and it was under a different name. And we just walked in, and because we were going on our honeymoon, the 2 days afterwards, we just walked in and said, let me try to get a cigar. Picked up a cigar. It was a Cohiba. It was a Cohiba cigar. I can't remember which one was it, but it was a fairly big Cohiba. And we knew nothing about cigars at this point. So we took the cigar to Curacao. I had a dollar lighter, what we call a BIC, one of those big dollar lighters, and I lighted this thing, and we sat on our on the patio, started to smoke this. And a novice, so imagine I have my BIC lighter, and I decide to rest the cigar on the BIC lighter. And after a few minutes or so, the ash obviously burned through. The lighter started spinning. We thought this thing was going to explode. I hit my foot on the table, left a mark even up to now. And yeah, the whole lighter exploded. We ran inside because we didn't know what was going on. But we continued smoking the rest of the cigar. We smoked that entire cigar. And the rest is history, as I said. So for 12 years, I've been smoking cigars. I've tried a lot of different cigars over time. Every time I travel, I would bring in cigars from different countries, different Caribbean countries. But one of my favorite places to go for cigars, or what I would say that I went for cigars, was DR, Dominican Republic. When we went there on a cruise, touched down in La Romana, walking around, there are some guys there in like the square or the area selling cigars. I was like, oh, they want it. So we walked around the corner, and we went to a store that was probably about as big as my bathroom. And this guy had a lady up front rolling cigars in this little shop. In the back of the cigar shop, if two people are in the back, it's full. So myself, my wife, the proprietor of the place, and another friend of ours named Junior, all four of us were in the back of this man's humidor. And there were bunches of cigars rolled together. And everything nice and dark colored. The aroma was fantastic. And I bought a bundle. I think the bundle cost me $125 US. I think at the time that was my highest purchase when it comes to cigars. And I swept my card for it. Those cigars were some of the best cigars I have ever smoked in my life. I will have to go back to that location and hope that store is still there and still open and everything. But those were the best cigars I've ever had. No bands on them. This guy just rolling cigars, got this lady out front of his store rolling these cigars. But these cigars were amazing. Really, really amazing cigars. And since from that time until now, I've just been smoking cigars. I've just trying different things over time. Obviously, I buy a lot of my cigars from Platinum Coast Cigars in Lime Grove with Deborah. I spend an obscene amount of money in cigars. It's a very expensive habit, let me just say that. And she has lots of different cigars, so you try different cigars over the years. She would give me a cigar or two every now and again, and I would try it. She would say, man, maybe try this one since you like these kind of cigars, maybe try this one. And I would try it, and sometimes, because your taste always steps up all the time over the years, your taste don't really go down when it comes to cigars. It always goes up. So as your taste go up and elevates, you might end up higher price point, maybe a higher price point. But then sometimes you can find something at a low price point that's absolutely fantastic. Like for instance, these Cuba Libre one cigars. This box of cigars, I believe, was $80 US, I believe. The Obsidians were around that same pricing. And then obviously you have bundles that you could buy. Bundles range anywhere between 20 US to 70 something US. And they got a lot of different sites. So that is Cigar International, Famous Smoke, tobaccopipes.com, Mike cigars, GNR cigars. You know, they got a lot of options out there when it comes to buying your cigars online. I mainly buy a lot of my cigars online from Cigar International and Mike Cigars, because I find they got a really good selection, and they ship internationally. You just got to pay using PayPal, and you can do that online. It's very simple. Once you have a company like BJ Cargo or Safe Express, the Parking, or whatever them, that could bring your stuff. You get your stuff in safe and easy, and they come very well packaged, so you don't have to worry about your cigars being bumped up and nicked and what's not, and you're pretty much good to go. So that's it for me in terms of how long I've been smoking cigars. In terms of how often do I smoke cigars, I smoke cigars every week. Sometimes, all depending on the mood that you're in. Sometimes you could have one cigar a day, and that cigar a day normally will happen at the end part of my day, like at nighttime, late evening to nighttime, when you're just coming down after a long day at work and just want to, you know, just dive into the cigar and just relax. So normally that happens at the end of the day for me. Obviously, if I go to the cigar lounge, then I'm there for a few hours, so I might smoke 2 cigars. I think most cigars I smoke at the lounge in the time that I've been there was probably about 3 cigars. But 1 will be heavy and 2 will be light. Or sometimes you might have 2 heavy and 1 light, all depending. Or just all depending on the mood that you're in, you know. Because the cigars is all about your mood. That's why I like to have different options when it comes to the cigars. Short, big, Robusto, Maduro, Connecticut, Toro, Grande, you know, Gordo. You know, you got a lot of different options in terms of sizes, flavors, tastes. These things are really, really complex. There's a lot of different levels to it, and I would tell anybody who's getting into it, just take your time, grow your collection. I don't have really much of a collection per se because I smoke my stuff. I'm not there to just look at it and go, oh, now come and look at my cigars. I smoke my stuff, but that's why I buy so many cigars. But you know, you can start small. Start with a little small box, start with a small humidor. So you can start with a travel humidor, anything like that, and just build your collection over time. Your taste will change, so you'll just change with it, and you know, just experience the different types of cigars that are out there and different price points. You can experiment with so many different price points. There are a lot of different price points when it comes to cigars, and everything from the obviously what you can afford to what is very affordable. So once you find something within your range, that's it. So I want to thank you guys for coming up today to Holy Smokes. I'm enjoying a cigar. I hope you guys are enjoying a cigar too as well, and a nice drink, a nice libation, and we will see you guys on next time.